Hello everyone, this is Javamonk, and welcome to a little showcase that I have on something I've been working on. So, a little over 2 years ago, Mumbo Jumbo published a video on a loop-de-loop that he designed and built. Now, this was revolutionary at the time because slime blocks were introduced for the first time, and it was revolutionary because in normal survival situations, minecarts can't go upside down and rails can't be placed upside down. So the premise of a loop-de-loop was kind of broken, but as you can see here, it does follow the shape of the circle, as you can see by those piston launchers there. Now, this is pretty cool and all, but the size of it, I looked at this and thought, what if somebody could make it bigger, much bigger? So I looked at this thing, and the contraption I'm about to show you is a loop-de-loop that puts this one to shame. This one is cute by my standards of what I have. Now this thing is a loop-de-loop. It stretches from the very bottom of the world right here all the way to the sky build limit. The sky's the limit on these things. And this is the largest possible loop-de-loop that you can legitimately make, assuming vanilla and assuming survival mode. So as you can see, it glows really nicely, and I tried to make sure that all the redstone required to make it to work has a line right here. Now the redstone expands out this way about 5 blocks, maybe 10 blocks in some places, but this contraption is a sight to see when it's actually being used. Oh my goodness. Now, this rather worthless contraption actually kind of gave birth to a very useful contraption. This here is a redstone stopwatch that I can manipulate how precise it is. So I kind of built this as a side project to the loop-de-loop, but if you would like a tutorial on this redstone stopwatch, then let me know. I'd be happy to make one. So this loop-de-loop, I'm not going to make a tutorial for because it's way too large for one and way too complicated. So in the description, you will find a world download, assuming I can figure out how world downloads work. Alright? But it takes about 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go all the way around this monstrosity. So I will be showcasing it with a little bit of music. After a lot of hassle, I finally got it. Charlie the Creeper here is about to go on the ride of his life. Alright, the stopwatch is active, so you get to see how long exactly it takes. And I set the timer here so that it spits out, so that it's precise to 1 second. Alright, here we go. I hope you enjoyed that little clip of Charlie the Creeper going all the way around this loop-de-doop. Now, for these rails, it was pretty easy to follow exactly the shape of the circle, the, the 255 block diameter circle. However, with this piston part, it was rather difficult to do that, but I did my best, and it's mostly the minecart just jumping from piston to piston. Now you might have seen from that Charlie actually took some damage, some suffocation damage, but just one tiny little bit. There's not really anything I can do about it without completely rewiring this thing. So that is the loop-de-doop. And also notice how the this piston part, it's only for the parts of where it's steeper than one block. And that's important because rails can't go up 2 blocks like this. So the pistons have to do that. Now, one thing I observed while actually riding this thing is that by the time you get all the way over here, and then once you get around to here, this 1 block incline just seems kind of steep. I don't know, just some sort of weird effect, but that's the loop-de-doop. I hope you enjoyed, and again, if you would like a tutorial on this stopwatch here, please let me know. And by the way, this part of the contraption was only to keep Charlie the Creeper in his minecart in the place. Because without that, he would have taken off and done all sorts of weird stuff. So, once again, I hope you enjoyed. Bye!